The Sacramento Bees Equity Lab and the Nehemiah Emerging Leaders Program are hosting an event to celebrate change makers who are making a positive difference in our community. Here to tell us about this exciting event are Nicole Stockdale, Senior Managing Editor of the Sacramento Bee, and Neva Shelton, Chief Executive Officer of Nehemiah Community Foundation. Welcome to you both.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. First of all, tell us first, what is the Changemakers Project?
Oh, it's a wonderful project. Nehemiah Emerging Leaders Program, we partnered with the Sacramento Bees Equity Lab to really get together and decide how can we tell the stories of underrepresented, underserved people and the work that they're doing in their communities. Stories that are kind of behind the scenes and hidden. How do we get to a point to where we are able to tell everybody all the things these people are doing? So we came together and we came up with the top 20 Black change makers, the top 20 AAPI change makers, and the top 20 Latino change makers.
Wow, a good diversity too of change makers across the community. I love that idea. Now, Nicole, can you talk about the process for selecting the change makers? How did that work?
Absolutely. So when the Sacramento Bees Equity Lab partnered with NELP, we wanted to ask our readers for nominations so that we made sure that we were getting a great representation of people in the community. And we had hundreds of nominations, which was just so inspiring to read all of the stories and the change that people are making in their communities. From those nominations, we had a group of people from the Sacramento Bee and from NELP who worked together to narrow the field to the top 20 in each of those categories to honor this year. And so far we have honored more than 135 people since this program started in 2022.
Oh my! What a fun process, I would think, too, to go through and see all of the change makers and what they're doing in the community.
Just being exposed to all of the great things, and, so many people who are worthy of honor here.
And worthy of getting a spotlight on them as well, too, I would think. So speaking of which, Geneva, tell us about the event you have coming up tomorrow.
I know, it came so quickly, but it is so exciting to be able to bring all of those people together. So imagine all of these people who work so hard in their communities for change, all in one room, and be able to share this time with their families and really be honored for the work that they're doing. We're going to be at Sac State in the Sacramento State Ballroom. It starts at 5 o'clock and it's open to the public.
Love it. So people can get tickets at the door.
Yes, that's right. That there's no longer any online ticket sales, but you can find details at the Eventbrite page or at Sacramento Bee on sacbee.com or on our social channels to find out all the details about where you need to be and when so that you can get tickets at the door.
Awesome. So let's talk about what makes this event and the Changemakers Initiative important to the Sacramento community, this area in particular. What makes it so special?
Well, when you think about the fact that Sacramento is always touted as being one of the most diverse places in the country, it only makes sense that we would want to spotlight all of the people working in the communities in order to really highlight Sacramento and show just how wonderful we are.
Now, Geneva, I have to say, you're helping to plan this event, but you were also recognized as a changemaker in 2022.
I was.
What did that mean to you?
Oh, gosh. It's amazing what recognition can do for you. From that time when I was recognized, I was working in a completely different area. And it changed my life to the point where now I'm the CEO of the organization. So it was definitely a great experience, and I learned so much from the people who are also honored with me.
Oh, I bet. That's awesome. And Nicole, let's talk about the Equity Lab, the Sacramento Bees Equity Lab. What exactly is it?
Sure. So we have a team of reporters, journalists at the Sacramento Bee who are focused on underserved and underrepresented members of the community. We have a reporter focusing on Black communities, one focusing on Latino communities. We have a reporter who looks at overall equity issues, and they're looking for, people who are making positive change. What are the great things that are happening in these communities that we want to highlight? But also, what issues are people facing? What problems, do they need help with that we can amplify in the community? So just a great group of journalists publishing stories every week.
And I love that you've partnered with NELP. And Geneva, tell us a little bit about what is NELP and what sparked them to create the Changemakers Project.
Well, the Nehemiah Emerging Leaders Program, or NELP as we call it, is a 10-month program that I also went through that gives you the opportunity to spend 10 months focusing on becoming a dynamic leader. We focus on diversity and we focus on amplifying people who have not traditionally been seen and just need that little extra polish. As a matter of fact, we're taking nominations for our next class. It's been 15 years that we're celebrating, and so happy to welcome in a new cohort. And we would love to hear from people to figure out who our next emerging leaders are. So you can go to nelpleaders.com and learn more about our program and nominate a future leader.
That's great. Thank you, ladies, so much for being here. And good luck with the event tomorrow, by the way.
Thank you.
Fun.
Thank you.
And you can check out event details at bit.ly/Sacramento Changemakers. And you can find out more at sacb.com.